as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olsen here in the booth. And off we go from Tampa. Anthony Gould now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30. Throwing to begin is Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat. He does the rest.
Trap 60, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Ready. Richardson to throw it here on first down. That's Tyler Warren, the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
In motion, it's Jefferson. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Come on. Panther 60, Panther.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. They'll take this down to the 23. Ron Payne there for the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger.
In motion is Warren. They go right back to Taylor. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here we go, set. Viking 18, 79 Broncos. Buffalo 18.
Richardson operating from the pistol. Forced out wide. He'll try and get there on the ground. Richardson going to hit the deck here, but not before he picks up a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
This has been a picture-perfect opening drive. You would have hated for it to get stopped there. Fortunately for them, they get a nice run on third down, and it's going to set up first and goal.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Viking 18.
Taylor. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal.
Here we go.
From the gun, Richardson. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop third and goal.
70 Lions.
They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on fourth down.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. Gonna go for it on fourth and goal.
Bronco 80.
In motion is Warren. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown Colts. It's his fourth rushing touchdown of the year. Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They run with the argument. It's Bucky Irvin. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll go again here with Irvin. And I don't think he got that wrapped up in the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at third down.
Brings up third down.
Right back to Irvin. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
A gain of 3 yards.
So after one, it's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the second, Buccaneers in possession of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Emeka Egbuka. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Going up top for Evans. That is hard. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 39 yards. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Now, this looks like a design run. A second effort, and he is in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Buccaneers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return is Trey Palmer. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side. Here for 1st and 10.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 6, 19, Tiger, 19, go!
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 18 on that one. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll get about 5.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready, set.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll go again here with Taylor. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. A short pass taken in by Warren. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Richardson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and that'll set up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
18 Radler, 18 Radler. Let's go.
They'll go. Richardson. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. 5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
Hey, check that. 18 Cardinals.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
Taken down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
From the 7, it's second and goal.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Again, it'll be Taylor. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on fourth and goal. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Spencer Schrader comes on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Schrader's kick is good. And the Colts will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Now faking the give. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Isaiah Pacheco now, he'll bring it out of his end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
25-yard line.
It's Irvin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
2nd and 10. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Back to throw. Going up top for Evans. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this out wide to Irvin. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
On 1st down, here's Irvin. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 33 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll set up to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable?
That is intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Ohio State. And a nice return will set them up in good field positions right at midfield.
Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Exiting the pocket right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Nothing. Ready. Bronco 19. Tiger. Nice.
Here's Taylor. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 9.
He's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
Bronco 80.
The quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From 29, here's 2nd down and 7. In motion, it's Jefferson. On the give, this is Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Warrior 70. Here we go. Shot. 70. Timber Wolf. Shot 50. Shot 50. 79 Broncos.
On 4th down, Richardson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
They get 15 on that game. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Back to the air one more time. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
Ready up. Come on, drag him, 60. 79. 19, Charger, nice go.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Richardson. The right side, that is hauled in by Warren. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Ready? Cougar 19. Check, check.
A run with Taylor. And he'll work forward to about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
The RPO, that one is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Warrior step, tight. Trap roll 80. Mustang 19.
From the gun, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor. Complete. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. 4th quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on 1st down.
Got it. Ready?
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers. 70, 19, 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
In motion is Warren. On second and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here we go on the return from the 1. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
16-yard line.
On the ready. Left wing 19. Set up. Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. One broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and take that play for your offense.
They get 29 yards. A big pickup on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Brings up second down.
They'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. One broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
Let's go.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Brings up second and
34-yard line. Here's second down and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Drag him 60.
Richardson operating from the pistol. Left side, that is caught by Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
17 yards. And the Colts, first down.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. A good physical rush, motoring forwards for 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Go! Ready, ready.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Trader now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts up their lead. It's now 24-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And the kicking team right there, stopping him before he can get to the 15-yard line. To throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
3rd down.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On the ground, it's Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
That's good.
Back to throw. Going up top for Evans. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running backs. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
On play action, Richardson rolling right. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he will be taken down. We'll see. They want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. Out of shotgun, Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
From the 16-yard line. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready. Bronco 80. Mustang 19.
Here we go. One final play. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The extra point is good, and the Colts will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.